My goal is to have our kids walk into a room where they're shocked. I want them to walk into that room and be blown away that this is in our school, that this is what they get to be part of for 3 years. Like that's honestly the goal. Every single part of what we do, I want it to be something they would see in a movie. About 4 months ago in November, we decided that we were gonna do this Blacklight experience, trying to create something that the kids would have to look forward to and something they'd remember from this year other than wearing a mask and all the other things that we have to do this year.
We kind of just wanted to give the kids something exciting to look forward to. We know they haven't had a lot of social functions, especially at the school this year, so we wanted to give them something that they could kind of be excited about and something different than just a normal PE class.
The kids need fun. Like, it's been a hard year and just trying to figure out ways to, the kids want to come to PE and that's the class that they want to be in. They get to hang out with their friends still and they get to kind of take a deep breath and relax and, you know, move their body a little bit rather than sitting in front of a screen or sitting in a desk all day.
And then it's always exciting to see, you know, some of the kids that maybe aren't as participative in the exercises to really join in and engage a little bit more and really just have some fun. Just try to find some ways to incentivize the kids to want to be a little bit more engaged here with school, with the distant learning and with the whole COVID factor.
We decided that we were going to change the entire gym, and the whole idea originally was to create a Las Vegas style club in a middle school, as crazy as that sounds.
You know, many conversations, just wanted to just find ways to just, you know, step outside of the box a little bit. Most noticeably is when the kids first come in the gym. You know, it's not the typical gym that they're used to. It looks like a completely different environment. So you hear their comments, you see the excitement on their face a lot of times when they come into the gym.
So we ended up taking stages and risers from the auditorium. We had the art department paint as much Blacklight stuff as they could. The PE students went down and helped as well during class. We choreographed the workouts to the actual EDM music we used. We ordered tons of Blacklights. I think we have 18 on the floor right now, 18 floodlights for that. GEF gave us a mini grant to help with that. COVID gave us some money. We spent some PE money. We got money from all over to try to make this work. And obviously Tech gave us the TVs and wired them all for us and hooked us up with that as well, which was awesome. And Kearns got 2 projectors from Amazon for us and hooked them up that were Bluetooth. So we've been using those for live school now as well.
There's music that's tailored to the workouts, and then the cardio drumming is specifically tailored to songs. So it's kind of cool watching the kids kind of stay on beat and learning a new way and a new style that they haven't probably thought of a way to be active and exercise before. We've taken one song and we'll break it down into 5 or 6 different patterns with their drumstick. It's really neat to see because you kind of feel like you're in that big club or like a workout class and everybody's on beat. It's invigorating, you know, you'll be here and you're like, you know, we've done at block 4 at that point, we've done it 4 times that day and you're like, okay, top, and you're kind of like going through the motions. And then as soon as they hit that bucket, it's like, oh yeah, and you're like getting into it and they're getting into it.
We kind of divvy up the work to try and make not everyone doing all the work. We want to take the load off. I know we split up the workout videos. Some of us create numbers once a week and then we kind of split that up. Some of us me and Miss Faulkner usually create the workouts. And then we have created Eagle Tube and PE Flicks, which we're really excited about. And 2 of us use PE Flicks, the other 2 use Eagle Tube. So we really kind of just work together. That way not everybody has so much on their plate. Yeah, so we record 2 videos each week. That way our kids aren't doing the same thing over and over again. I know I don't want to do the same workout over and over again. So we really change it up. We give them different muscle groups to work on. Sometimes it's lower body, sometimes it's abs, sometimes it's upper body, sometimes it's cardio, sometimes it's all the above, sometimes we do like kickboxing workouts. So we really try and make it different, that way they don't get bored. So that's the first step. We create the workout and the exercises we want to put in. We film the video with all these different rounds and clips of the rounds. Then we film the introduction to the exercises. That way we can explain it before the workout starts so the kids know how to do it. We film a different warm-up and cool down every couple weeks. That way they're not getting bored with doing the same thing to warm up. We put the videos together. Then you have to record music, and then we upload it to, some of us use EagleTube, some of us use PE Flicks. So it is a long process. We've gotten really accustomed to using iMovie, which I've never done before. And now I feel like I could create a full movie that's an hour and 30 minutes. So I feel like we are really good at using technology in PE, which a lot of PE departments don't and have no idea. So we're really, I feel like, being innovative, and we have a long way to go from where we want, but we are working every week to get better and learn new things.
Yeah, I mean, that's been a big challenge that we've had throughout the whole time, is how can we still do what we're supposed to do and still give the kids good activity and exercise with the distance, knowing that we have limited space, especially certain times of year when we're indoors. Just, how can we be creative?
It's nothing that any of us have really ever thought of before, and I'm sure that's not only us, but it's across the country and across the world that people probably hadn't thought of PE like that before. So really kind of putting our heads together and thinking of what experiences we can give these kids. I get really into the kids at home. I'm sitting there, I'll sing the songs, I'll turn the cameras on and start dancing. And some of the kids, they'll get a good laugh out of it, and they'll, start singing back, and I really get more interaction with them through the chat. That way, I'm not afraid to be vulnerable. The more I'm willing to put into it, the more willing the kids are to put the work into.
Yeah, I think it's just an opportunity to see, what else can be done, and show that there are other opportunities other than this normal PE platform in terms of exercises and sport. Is just other ways that we can engage, other activities, other interests, other stimuli to still be incorporated in the curriculum and still meet the needs of having kids physically active and engaged, and being able to connect with other aspects of themselves.
Maybe giving the school or the kids like an after-school option to stay after, like once every marking period. I know we kind of talked about a cosmic bowling opportunity or cosmic, or I guess like a putt-putt golf thing in here if we can set that up. We want to do some different tournaments in the gym after school for opportunities for them to come in and then also help us with funds. So I know we want to do that. We do want to get heart rate monitors for our kids. There's not any county around the Richmond area that I know that has those. So we really want to kind of take PE and move it forward. We are not the typical roll the balls out PE teachers.
And when we get the heart rate monitors, it plays into that much more. It takes that to the level of you're on your house, your heart rate's in this zone, you're not just earning points for yourself grade-wise, you're earning points for your house. So by you working hard, you're helping everybody else around you. The big point of the heart rate monitors is to, and I can say it's the safety and everything else, but just like I told Dr. Rayleigh, the big one for me is my kids that are not the best athletes, not in the best shape, they work hard and they don't look as they're doing as well inside the gym or out in the sports. So this will allow us to actually see them in their heart rate zone for X amount of time they're there because they are working hard. And a lot of them, their heart rates will be higher than our athletes because our athletes don't have to work as hard. So all of a sudden they're gonna see themselves on their iPad, on their watch, projected on our walls like Live School and on the TVs where they're doing better than the star basketball player or the star football player because they are working harder. No one ever realizes it. So a big part of that to me is getting them to realize I'm not bad at this. I just needed to see it in a different way. This will give me actual data that I can send home to parents, I can use for report cards, whatever it is, to say this is what your child did today or for this week or marking period, proving where they're at and how hard they're actually trying. And it's not my opinion anymore. It's not me judging them, it's actual data. So that should be really big for us just because PE's never had data before, other than fitness testing, and that's not the best data, truthfully. As the year ends as well, I'm planning on working with you guys to figure out how to get larger TVs and get them mounted and the electricity put up. So that's another big one, so we can get that ready for next year. I'm working with Townsend Screen Printing to redesign the sweatshirts and sweatpants again for the 3rd year in a row since we change them every year. And then I'm trying to change the PE shirts as well, so it's more of something the kids want to wear to school rather than just a PE class. So more of a Goochland middle school style shirt instead of a PE shirt.
So I just think we're really excited for the future here. This is the best department I've ever worked on. I worked at one other school, and then during my student teaching, it was not anything like this. So we're just really excited to keep moving this program forward.
But I would love to see maybe us keep some type of this personal workout, because we have a lot of kids that they like being active, but sports kind of aren't their thing. And that's a way to stay active, and at the end of the day, we're trying to teach these kids ways to be healthy, not just this year or next year, but 10 years down the line.
You can't do sports your whole life. Like I was a football player, a wrestler, through in track. You can't do it forever. Your body gives out eventually. So it turns into, how am I doing these workouts and how am I understanding it and enjoying it in some form? And that's kind of where we're going now, is I've been trying to get the kids to actually enjoy working out because they're seeing the difference in their body. There's so many kids in here where you can see the difference in their balance and the way their posture is, with their shoulders being pushed back instead of being hunched over and things like that. Thanking everybody that helped, honestly, from Jay Sykes doing all the cardio drumming with us, and Miss Festerman and Miss Aldis for doing all the painting that looks amazing in the gym. Neil Birch for helping me with all the lighting, to Miss Hobbs, who is an unsung hero, doing all the ordering for me and all the POs and figuring that stuff out with me, calling places to find equipment that I can't find. Miss Potter and Mr. Gordon for honestly letting me just have ideas and do what I want in a lot of ways and figuring it out as I go. And then the tech department for supporting PE. That's huge, because we haven't had anything down there until this year, really, and it's changed a ton of what we can do and allowed us to do so much more already in this short period of time. And then my department, the PE department, for dealing with me in many ways and stepping up and figuring out how to do all this stuff with me. I wouldn't be able to do it alone, so it's amazing that they've been able to just jump in and go with it.
I just think that we're trying to do the best we can to serve the kids here, and I think that we're probably doing things a little bit better than a lot of middle schools in the area.